for you. Now look, the story of Jake Pliskin's career has been interesting, to say the least. But let me tell you, it's just got better. From small-town shopping malls to stadiums across the globe, in only 18 months, Grammy-nominated Best New Artist Jake Pliskin has been living the dream that so often becomes a nightmare. Just a month after being pepper-sprayed by police and arrested for public indecency, Pliskin has been arrested a second time. Early reports suggest that he simply violated his house arrest. My sources tell me it's something way more serious. And wherever he's done, the federal government is involved. As usual, we'll keep you updated when news comes in. See you later.
You won't even look at it. Do you see anything on the way over?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's go. Take off his cuffs. Do you know why you're here? Please respond verbally.
Yes, ma'am. Violated my probation.
House arrest.
Right. That I violated it.
My first question is going to be, how do we turn it off?
Couldn't have told you.
I doubt that.
Look, I went out and I got a coffee. The bracelet went off. It went off. I'm sorry.
Don't insult me, Jake. Let's start 1 month ago. The house arrest.
So what the hell happened to my clothes?
You didn't have any on when you were arrested, buddy. Yeah, it's me. We're here. Now remember, any more than 20 yards from the building triggers the alarm. Look, this is serious. I can't keep you out of prison if you mess this up.
I understand, Carl.
Now, I have arranged for a very nice lady named Marguerite to come by every 3 days to help you with your shopping, laundry, cleaning, whatever you need. All of your guests have to be approved by your probation officer. It's all in here.
I got it.
This is a second chance, Jake. I know it doesn't feel like it, but we are very lucky it turned out this way. Call me if you need anything.
TV on.
Cell phone footage of Jake Pliskin urinating in public moments before he assaulted an officer outside the Sunset Irish pub. He like the Hulk, right?
TV
He's
channel
just
23.
as mad as he wants.
Now labelled worst new artist. Jake, what are you doing? Listen, you are one sorted, talented geezer. So do yourself a favour. Sort out your loaf of bread, get back up the apples and pears, and give us some tunage that we've been waiting
TV
for.
What do you want me to say? I had a drug thing. I got busted. But I'm not the bad guy they made me out to be. I'm the good guy in all this. I think.
Mark! Hey, man. Holy shit, do I miss you guys.
Jake, brother, listen to this, man. You better get down here. We got a brainstorm rolling in.
What are you talking about? You know I can't.
Hey, sweetie. You better get down here.
Christy! Are you guys serious? Cause I'm on house arrest. What are you guys doing?
We're jamming, bro. Hey, man, since you're in the hospital, we're gonna have Billy fill in, okay?
I'm not in the hospital. I'm under house arrest.
While you're in there, can you score some Vicodin or something, man? That would be awesome.
Fuck you!
I used to think it was everybody else's fault. My friends for the non-stop partying. The label for encouraging me to get press, good or bad. When your emotionless, calculating, corrupt lawyer is your only friend, you know you don't have any.
I understand you're upset. We are reviewing your case as fast as we can. Do you see what I mean? I understand you're upset. It makes them feel you relate to their frustration.
85% of customers request financial compensation, Mr. Murphy. Perhaps it would be best if I guarantee a refund, or if you like, use the more personal phrase, I promise.
No, the complaint will escalate if the refund isn't approved.
Records show that 92% of customers requesting a refund never call back if a free month of service is given. Perhaps I should give all complainants a free month and a promise to review the refund request, but in fact review none.
Put that in the bad idea folder. New command. 100% of customer complaints requesting a live agent will be told in their dialect, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, sir, or miss. We are reviewing your case as fast as we can. Confirm.
Confirmed, Mr. Murphy.
Now, what do you do when a customer yells? Gets loud!
Lower my voice volume.
Exactly. And why?
Because you have instructed me to do so with 100% of abrupt customer volume spikes,
No,
Mr. Murphy.
that is the command, and I asked you why. Tell me what I told you about that word.
Wait.
Hey.
Hi, CS1.
Hello, Gina.
Good work, CS1. Maintenance complete.
Goodbye, Mr. Murphy.
What's up?
Nice. I see you're still settling in.
Yeah, haven't had time to organize yet.
Well, I hate to add to the pile, but Vikram needs you to take another tester for Haven.
That's fine. Go tell Michael to make an appointment.
He wants you to do it.
How many times do those guys have to be told I don't work in gaming
Hey,
anymore?
I hear ya. I'd love to take this one off your hands. Believe me. It's a VIP. House call, even.
This is such bullshit.
Take it up with Vic. How's that going?
Oh, you know, in a couple 100 years he'll be convincing.
I'm not gonna say I told you so, but what'd you expect? Moving from gaming to customer service?
Look, don't get me wrong. This is exciting. It's the bleeding edge, actually.
If you say so. See you later.
Later.
Did you get my gift?
I don't play video games, Carl. I told you not to send it. Look, I need help. Get a doctor to prescribe me some weed or something, man.
I used a lot of favors to set this up. I thought you wouldn't feel so cooped up.
Okay, Jesus, I appreciate it, Carl. That was so nice of you. Thank you so much.
I'll see if I can find a doctor to see you.
A friendly one. A very, very friendly doctor, Carl. Come on in. Just put it over there by the TV, I guess. I haven't played video games since I was a kid. I don't know why the hell he thought I'd want to now.
Me either.
What?
I haven't played a video game since I was a kid either.
Oh. Is that a fucking helmet?
It's called a BCI, brain-computer interface.
So you wear it?
The Hilltech Corporation had created the first fully immersive 3D environment. Not only that, they started with an exact replica of LA. So it looked like I was getting out of the house after all.
This is just a functional imaging test to determine where your brain processes signals for images, movement, auditory stimulus, pretty much everything we need for the environment.
So, I'll be able to move my character by thinking it?
The electrodes in the BCI interpret your neural signals real time, and then just write the motion intended onto your temporal lobe.
Jesus.
Now for the most important part. Since this is obviously a first, we're spending a lot of time testing it, so anything you may perceive as an abnormality or a glitch, please document it here.
Shit. I'll bust this thing wide open, baby.
Well, what I mean is, you see the visual and auditory and olfactory parts of the brain, they're scattered all over the place. So at first, you may smell something you're not supposed to, or not smell something you are. And it's exactly things like that that I want you to log in as much detail as possible.
When can I jack in?
First, we have to make your host.
Huh?
Haven Online Self-Transfer.
What?
Your character.
Oh, okay. I want to be a dragon. Fuck up LA as a dragon, you know? Get all like medieval grand theft. Remember that one?
It has to be your exact image. For now, it's just set up as a simulator. So unfortunately, all the laws of physics apply. Just think of it as a lifelike simulation.
But, I mean, wouldn't that just be like life?
Think of it as an acid trip. A hallucination.
Okay. Now you're talking my language.
A lot of people have a hard time adjusting at first, so remember to read the manual. It's also available once you're inside.
All right, man. Thanks. And as it turns out, that's all it really is. Beautiful, wonderful, controlled hallucination. And they called it Haven.
Welcome.
Can I help you?
I thought the laws of physics applied here.
You threw a rock. For what possible reason?
I'm a tester. Yeah, I was sent here to make sure everything's running smoothly. Yeah, pretty smooth.
There are 5,013 testers, and none of them have thrown rocks at windows. And certainly not twice. Are you familiar with the definition of insanity?
What are you, security or something?
Yes. Goodbye, tester.
So there's 5,000 testers? It seemed like a lot more on the way over here.
Haven is populated with 5,013 testers and 1.995 million bots.
All those people are just bots? There's no people attached to them?
95%, yes. Non-player characters. Placeholders for future consumers.
Right. So, can we kill them?
You make no sense.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Haven, where all your entertainment, business, and social needs are met from the comfort of your home.
Weird.
Let us know about your experience so we may serve you better. You can always return to your home location from the menu button located on your wrist. If you need further information, please check the BCI and consult with a certified Haven technician.
You have me convinced. Los Angeles can sure use a lot more castles. Though if Donna finds out, she's gonna make you delete it.
In this neighborhood, all she cares about is downtown and landmarks. We're good.
You know, this part right.
Hey, check that out.
Hey, how come you don't have a wrist thingy? Nice to meet you too.
All right, focus, watch. This guy is totally obsessed with that car.
Okay, so what?
He's been talking to himself too. What's up with this guy?
You're a troublemaker, Jake Hirschfeld.
Don't call me that. It's Jake Pliskin. How come you get to teleport?
You're ruining everything.
Hey, don't get mad at me. I'm supposed to be finding glitches.
You're the glitch.
Well, I'm sorry that you don't agree with my methods.
You need to eject. You're being watched.
Maybe they're watching you.
Impossible. Only those I allow can see me.
Really? I'm flattered. You're used to it. They're probably just fans. Why should this place be any different?
Don't let them approach you.
Yeah, right? They'll probably blog mad shit about me later. Aw, come on!
Did you see that? And he's back. He respawned over by the fountain.
No. This is the most fun I've had in days.
Eject or come with me, but you cannot stay here.
Okay, where are we going?
Imagine biting into broccoli, tasting chocolate.
What?
Biting into broccoli, tasting chocolate. Stay. They're gone.
Hey, so what was their deal?
I only know what they communicated to each other. They think you're a hacker. But the rest of their thoughts are encrypted, which is strange, because the whole point is all testers' actions are logged into an archive for research by Hilltech. But don't worry. As far as your logs are concerned, you're still standing at the bus stop.
Nice rug.
Thanks. It's a replica of one in my apartment.
Cool.
So who are you?
Natalie Baker.
Nice to meet you. So, how did you do that broccoli trick?
Haven operates using a neural link, so it was only necessary to find an uncommonly used location in the neural map and set a string of commands to execute when that point is stimulated.
So you can do all this because you're like a programmer or something?
Yes, and so are those men, to an extent. I don't like it. This never happened until testers started showing up.
Don't worry about them. If they find us again, I'll take care of it. Or my sick-ass lawyer will, believe me.
You're welcome to visit here, but please do not share it. Any bus stop will work. It's been unpredictable.
Hey, you know, that's how I roll.
Goodbye. Good luck with your house arrest.
Thanks!
Pliskin remains quiet while serving his house arrest, amidst increasing support for his previous band and their new singer. Karma's a bitch, innit, Jake?
I just talked to the label, Jake. Have you lost your mind?
It's done, Carl.
No, you quit without consulting me. This contract was worth millions. Jesus! And they're spinning it so you were fired.
I know.
Jake, you're going through a tough time. I get it.
Come on, I'm a prick. You said yourself I was lucky to get house arrest.
What are you gonna do? Join a monastery? Give up everything you've worked for? Look, let me come by. We We can sit down and talk.
TV happy place. New search. Search Los Angeles directory. Natalie. Shit. Cancel. New search. Hilltech.
Have you always wanted to travel the world, but just couldn't afford it? Have you always wanted to fly a fighter jet, or to sail the ocean, but were afraid of the risk? Has anything ever stopped you from doing what you want to do? From a simple walk in the park to your wildest dreams? Not anymore. Can you imagine a world without disasters, pollution, accidents? Hilltech can.
TV off. Haven came at exactly the right time in my life. And Natalie, she made me optimistic when I had no reason to be. That was one of the first things I noticed about her. Don't get me wrong, she loved to announce whether she liked or disliked something, especially things I did. But for some reason, she took me exactly as I came. Her, of all people.
Did you fall in love with her?
TV off. You made all of this?
Nature's actually more complicated than buildings. That's why they chose a prominent city first. Buildings and cars, they're easier than leaves and grass.
Are you saying you're the best programmer at Hilltech? It's okay. You can say it. I understand it's good to be honest with oneself. For instance, I'm the greatest musician of my time. See? I said it.
I'm pretty sure you're not.
Hey, look. We can taste food in here, right?
That's what they say. I haven't tried.
What?
I've been busy.
Counting bumps on the sidewalk? Hey, what flavors do you have?
Hello. Welcome to Haven, where all your
Okay.
entertainment, business, and social needs are met from the comfort of your home. Let us know
You gonna bust me for this?
that we may serve you.
What do you mean?
You can always return to your home location.
Aren't you
with
like
the menu button on your
security
wrist.
for this place or
If you need
something?
further assistance, please
Oh.
adjust your BCI and
Not that it
consult a
matters.
certified Haven
You seem
attendant.
compelled to disrupt every
Hello.
piece of programming you
Welcome to
find.
Haven, where all your entertainment, business, and social needs are met from the comfort of your home. Let us know about your experience so that we may serve you better. You can always return to your home location with the menu button on your wrist. If you need further
So,
assistance, please
I don't know if you have Thanksgiving plans. I can't leave my place because of my stupid house arrest, but I thought maybe you might be up for coming over. I can get you approved by my PO. My mom's gonna come over, she's gonna make this huge spread. It's gonna be me and her, and then my brother and his wife, so he would be doing me a favor.
Sounds nice.
So is that a yes?
I can't.
Why not?
It's impossible. I'm sorry. With my schedule.
Well, you gotta work on Thanksgiving?
Stop asking. I can't. I'm sorry.
You know, with a few more tweaks, I could live here.
Really?
Almost.
Well, I'm afraid this is as optimal as it will get. Once Haven goes online, people will have to adapt quickly, and that they never do.
You think we're gonna mess this up?
Of course.
We were smart enough to make it.
With computers. Computer technology is man's last sole invention. It's helped with everything since.
Let's not forget Leonardo, Michelangelo, Jake Pliskin. Computers can't make this, baby.
The biological world rarely produces specimens like Michelangelo, whereas every computer can be of equal power and ability, and very nearly perfect.
You have got to unplug, Nat. The biological world, as you put it, it ain't that bad.
Nat?
Yeah. That okay? Maybe, El Natador? Natster?
No, I like Nat. It's just that I used to know another Natalie, and we called her Nat to avoid confusion. It's true. Physical vulnerability causes a need for survival. You Nat learn to ask questions and seek answers. Human reasoning itself has evolved as a tool authority to get others.
My dad says we already rely too much on technology.
Have you ever seen a moth crash into a light bulb?
Yeah?
That's because for millions of years, there have only been two fixed light sources on this planet. The sun and the moon. Well, the reflection of the sun on the moon. A moth would have to keep either light source at a specific angle and always fly straight. After millions of years, it's in the moth's DNA. Then man discovers fire, and a moth spirals towards any light source it can actually reach, unaware of the doom ahead of it. It's had hundreds of thousands of years to correct this, Jake, and it hasn't. It's not ready. Its need to stick to the same perspective it always has is embedded that deeply. Just as man will circle the flame until he is ready to accept his merger with technology and chooses to look at it from another angle. I'm sorry about yesterday, was it?
Don't worry about it. Talking about family freaks you out. I get it.
No, it's not that. It's just time has been strange for me. I've started to think of it as irrelevant. I wanted to thank you, actually, for making me remember the value of being present.
so she refused to meet you outside the game.
I wouldn't put it that way. We just met. It's basically online dating, you know? I understood if she was a little guarded about personal things. I wanted our time to be fun. Sometimes I wonder if she knew how the whole thing was gonna play out. Maybe even this. And you.
I need to speak to Donna.
Let me check to see if
Just
she's
gonna
available.
let myself in, thanks.
Miss Hill?
Mr. Sturgis will be barging in there any second.
Thanks, Janet. William, what can I do for you?
You can start by having her treat me like a partner around here.
And how would that look? Selling you to the board for David's position was hard enough.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up. How do you expect me to do that job when you're not telling me everything? Who do you have operating security inside Haven?
Have a seat, William.
Who exactly do you have operating inside, Donna?
Testers, celebrities, a few VIPs, you of course.
And who has the access that I have?
You're in charge. You tell me.
You're either lying to me, or you have a serious security breach. Jake Pliskin. What's his deal?
William, you're a good employee, but you get excited sometimes.
I am the only reason you were able to take Haven public. You know damn well that David would have never... Look, you would be excited too if a tester was using backdoors that we made, okay? And from what I saw, some that we didn't.
What exactly did you see?
Well, for starters, he ejects without touching his wrist. He's found a way around the physics parameters. He disappears, reappears.
Janet, can you find out who registered a tester named
Jake Pliskin?
Jake Pliskin, please, right away, and tell him to bring me all the active files.
Don't you have something you should be doing?
Yeah, a meeting with Fraulein Hill about the animation budget. But William just barged in there like he owns the place. Do you think that's weird?
I don't know.
Maybe they're doing it.
Maybe.
Have you seen his host? He's never looked that good a day in his life. I'm surprised he didn't make himself 8 feet tall.
You sure you're not jealous?
Wade,
Yeah.
Miss Hill wants to see you.
Come in.
You wanted to see me?
What can you tell me about Jake Pliskin?
What would you like to know?
Read everything you've got.
Jake Pliskin, also known as Jake Hirschfeld, prominent American musician. He's one of the celebrity VIPs we've given access to Haven for endorsement purposes once we go online. Miss Hill, I'm actually not in the gaming division
I was
anymore.
told you set up his account.
Yes.
Did you make his host?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you give him any unauthorized access?
No, ma'am. Just the standard testing package.
What does his feedback say?
He actually hasn't filled out any questionnaires yet.
You delivered? What about his house? Did he have a lot of computers, extra gear lying around?
No computers, just a television, cell phone, and on his ankle he had one of those monitors they put on people under house arrest.
That's a criminal background, Donna.
Jesus, you didn't vet this guy?
Give me that. Public indecency, assaulting an officer. Right, this was the favor we did for that lawyer, Carl Peters.
Well, just to be safe, let's cut him off.
Yes, ma'am.
Although, it might be nice to know what he knows.
On second thought, Murphy, we should evaluate him.
Evaluate?
There's a possibility he's been abusing our security measures. Go see him, act like you have to fix something, check out his equipment.
Check for mods.
Tell him we need some feedback and ask him about his experience. I want a report by tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you looking for again?
Just routine maintenance. I'm syncing with your BCI to install some patches and software updates.
Huh.
I see you haven't filled out any questionnaires yet.
Shit, sorry, dude. I'll get to it. Just kind of got the hang of the thing, you know?
But you're having a good experience.
Dude, it's the best thing that could have happened to me. And right when I get put on this lame-ass house arrest, I mean, come on. It's like I get to break out of prison every single day.
What would you say your favorite part is?
Well, to be honest, dude, not much. I mean, you can't do shit but walk around. You really gotta loosen up your physics. Write that shit down. But, I met a chick to walk around with. If the judge only knew that I was basically dating and exploring the city, man, you guys are gonna make a fortune off inmates. Seriously.
So you met another tester?
Kind of. She's a programmer, I think. Hey, do you want anything? I got apple juice.
Sure. We have some pretty cute programmers there. Which one did you meet? Is that Jackie or Amy?
Natalie. Do you know her?
Yeah, I think I've probably seen her around.
Hands off, all right? I got dibs. She mentioned David, one of her coworkers. It's one of the guys who made Haven. They worked on some computer model of the brain or some shit.
So, Mr. Murphy, what did you learn?
There's nothing abnormal about the device or its programming.
You're sure?
Yeah. In fact, he's kind of a Luddite.
See, what did I tell you? Just some kid who picked up a guitar between bong hits and managed to avoid getting a real job.
There was one strange thing he said, though. He said he met a girl in Haven.
Did you check the tester manifest?
That's the thing. He says she's an employee, not a tester, named Natalie. But we don't have any Natalies, at least in the gaming division. So he's no hacker. Poor guy thinks he's on a date.
This is what we're gonna do.
Hey. Hey. Thanks for meeting me. What the hell are you wearing? You look like a bellhop.
So what's this about?
It's routine that we meet all testers in their homes and in Haven. It's a courtesy, really, to make sure you're adapting well and see if you have any questions. Let me see your wrist, please. What I'm doing now is making sure your heads-up display is working properly.
Okay.
Just take me around as you do what you normally do.
You're looking at it, man. You can't steal cars, you can't break stuff. Like I said, it's pretty lame.
Jake, don't look at me. Someone is following you.
Is there another guy like you?
We're doing this with everyone, so there's going to be a lot of technicians shadowing testers today.
Don't worry, he already knows about you anyways.
What did you tell him?
Are you talking to Natalie right now?
You reek of William Sturgis.
Did you see her?
Just for a second. She must be able to choose who can see her.
What the hell's going on, Wade? Who is this guy?
Mr. Pliskin, William Sturgis, big fan.
Are we done here?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, what the hell is going on? Hey, Nat!
Natalie Baker. I thought you took care of that situation.
David, you must have copied her code into Haven before I got to it.
Does she know anything?
It's possible she heard everything that night.
You left a witness.
She is in our system. All we have to do is find her before we go online. She's contained, and we have no problem.
That's what you said when David stalled the release date. I allowed you to deal with him. I put Haven into your hands, and now I see I made a big mistake.
All I have to do is isolate her code, and with one keystroke, she is gone.
We are out of time, William. The shareholders are questioning if we can deliver at all. Do you understand what that means if they pull out? We lose billions. Hilltech will be ruined.
If she gets out of Haven, losing our jobs is the least of our worries.
Then make sure she doesn't.
The old me would have blamed everyone but myself, especially Wade. But now I knew better. This was my fault. If only she had never met me, this would have never happened.
And this is when Hilltech removed your access to Haven? Please respond verbally.
That's right.
Was that the last time you spoke to the hacker?
Natalie.
Was that the last time you spoke to Natalie?
TV, keyword search, Hilltech, most recent.
Welcome to Buzzsong. I'm Tyrell Ventura. With me today is William Sturgis, a young programming guru with Hilltech Industries, the former software company. William, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
It's a great honor to have you on the show, man. You're kind of a rock star in the entertainment and computer world right now.
I don't know about that.
So, you came out of security, correct?
Correct.
Okay, well, let's get right to a security question, possibly.
Okay.
There are rumors to expect delays following the unfortunate loss of David Carroll. How do you respond to that?
I think that's just everybody as excited as we are about it, so.
So there's not going to be any delays. You can say that officially right now. No delays.
Everything is on schedule, all right? We could actually probably go online early.
TV mute. Hey, man, what's up? I think your friend is on TV. What's going on?
Testing's over. I'm supposed to take back the equipment.
Are you taking back everybody's equipment?
Look, I don't want to be here either, okay? So don't make it weird.
What the hell did I do? Hey, I'm falling for this girl, man.
I don't know what to tell you, Jake. I have to take it back or I'll lose my job.
Give me her address or something. You got that stuff on file. Give me her phone number. Nobody will ever know.
She's probably going to jail, Jake. If that's even a girl behind that pretty little host you've been hanging out with. You have to trust me. Forget about her.
Jail? TV unmute.
Plug the BCI. Jake, Hi, Jake.
Natalie, what's up? What is this?
Wade Murphy, if you unplug me, I will send your wife your entire life's browser history. The three of us are going to have an honest conversation. Wade, I understand you work at Hilltech in the gaming division.
Sure, why not?
My name is Natalie Baker. I was born on June 1st, 1995, and I biologically died 16 months ago on July 7th. a week after the world's most thorough database of human brain research was completed. This was achieved by scanning the details of the brain with a nanodevice and then instantiating those details into a computational substrate on the newly developed quantum processor.
You're referring to the processor used by Haven? That's confidential information.
Haven and I share this drive.
Look, you're a talented hacker, I'll give you that, but now you've screwed up because I don't work in the gaming division, I work in the AI division.
Well, Hilltech's files have you listed
Yes,
as...
I know. The point is that few people know more about the field of practical AI and where it stands right now than I do. And I'm telling you what you're talking about doesn't exist. Look, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. Never plug into anything electronic ever again because you've violated so many laws, Hilltech's never gonna let it go.
Wait!
Wait!
Honey? I thought you said we were gonna get one of those talking ones. Sweetie, I need you to set it to record Mommy's show. I didn't say cartoons.
It's recording behind it. It can do both.
Thanks, sweetie. No thanks to the programmer in the house.
Starting first incision. Knock that off.
Dinner's ready.
You heard her. Okay, now try to keep up. David Carroll develops this microscopic, let's just call it a robot, okay? But its job is to swim around in the brain and capture all the information it can from every dendrite, spine, and synapse. And the result is massive amounts of information. We're talking massive, all right? Now, do you remember yesterday when she said she biologically died 16 months ago?
What the fuck do I care, dude? You take away my BCI and then you come back with some busted-ass one?
Death certificate for Natalie Baker dated 16 months ago. David Carroll dead 3 months later. And a patent transfer from David Carroll to William Sturgis on the dates between. for both the nano device and some of the quantum algorithms used by Haven, which explains a lot about William's sudden rise up the ranks at Hilltech. But the point I'm making is that your hacker friend could be a digital copy of a dead Hilltech employee named Natalie Baker.
Good, you got it.
Perfect timing.
Hey, babe. I gotta say, I am digging this new house call thing.
Hey, me too.
So, any home with a BCI you can reach from Haven?
Yes,
And you cracked Hilltech's encryption to get me all this?
of course.
Jesus, Nat, it's bad enough you had to work on Thanksgiving. You gotta sleep every once in a while.
Actually, she doesn't. Do you?
Okay, he's starting to freak me out. Would you just tell him that you're human?
I am human, Wade.
Natalie, you know exactly what his information implies.
That I'm a non-biological human being.
What does that mean? Are you a computer or not?
I'm as much a computer as you are a sperm cell, Jake.
Natalie, I have a question. I see how David accumulates all this information, but what I don't see is...
Parallel three-dimensional organization, just like you.
No. That would take way too much power. You would need a quantum processor, and that's why you're...
Okay, everybody, just hold on 1 minute, okay? Nat?
Yes, Jake.
Are you trying to convince us that you're not real?
Quite the opposite.
She's saying she's a program, Jake.
No, I'm a non-biological human.
You're not a real chick?
I'm very real.
You know what I mean. You're saying you're not human?
I am real, and I am human.
He just said that you were a program.
Jake, so are you. You are a program.
No, ma'am. No, don't you even. This is not the same thing. Don't turn this around.
Jake, darling, you are biological, but you are also made up of information. Inside every one of your cells is a program.
Natalie, this is very important and simple. Is there or isn't there a real, live, fleshy, breathing person behind this image that I'm talking to?
Have you ever had an emotional exchange with your mother over the phone? Do you think the voice that you heard was her fleshy voice, Jake? Her biological sounds were digitally translated. I should make every bit the impact on your perception as if I were standing in the room.
Oh my God! You dance around the point like a real woman. So, Natalie finally came clean. She needed us to understand because she was about to ask us to save her life.
So with what you're saying, you're still a copy of Natalie Baker, right?
Correct. There have been 2 identical Natalies. Unfortunately, only one still lives. I have the memory of being biological for 29 years. Better, in fact. From there, I was launched into recursive self-programming.
Like autopilot?
So you just set loose in Haven to do whatever you want.
Not quite.
Bite into broccoli and taste chocolate.
What? Bite into broccoli. I see what you did there. So why would David use his partner? That seems a little reckless.
How better to know if it had worked than to use someone he knew well? If I could convince him that I'm the Natalie he knows, it's a success. We always knew it would be one of us. And I'll never forget the first few hours after the scan.
What was it like?
I remember being in utero.
Huh?
Everything Natalie ever experienced. I remember clearly being born and being dressed as a fairy for Halloween. and losing my first tooth. In elementary school. And I remember learning to tie my shoes in kindergarten from a Chinese boy who was basically my first boyfriend. In middle school, getting awkward. In college. I remember getting a great job in an exciting field and getting an amazing lab partner in David and watching him make revolutionary discoveries studying the brain. And David injecting me with the nano device and inserting my head into a machine that tracked its progress. And I thought I was still in the machine being scanned, and I thought I could slip my head out and see if it had worked. It had worked, all right. Only I didn't have a head anymore.
Shit.
Even worse, I never did. Someone else had my head and all of those memories. And I was never biological Natalie. It was like a dream at first, because we hadn't set it up to where I could see. I could only hear them. But I remembered having sight. And all of those things I'd ever seen were still in my mind. Bionat and David were my only friends. Till you guys.
You're the first person to never die.
If.
If what?
If, and only if, I leave Haven before Hilltech finds me.
Okay. So what's stopping you?
It's not that I was the first person that she had met in 16 months. Time was different for her. Her mind or perception or whatever made it a lot longer than that. Stuck inside with no human contact but friggin' bots. No wonder she was such a bitch when we met. She said that I revived her humanity.
Jake, I'm so sorry. Could you have a seat, please? So where's Natalie now, Jake?
I love this stuff.
You see, at home on the couch right now, our mouths are being activated to salivate and swallow our spit, and our brains think it's flavored. That's the last thing I added before leaving gaming. So how did Bio Natalie die?
Car accident. And only a month after the scan, David became paranoid. He worried that it wasn't an accident. Meanwhile, I'm helpless, with no physical form, just sitting in a box on his desk. No eyes, just ears, essentially. And he became afraid to keep me where anyone could find me.
That's when he made your host?
No, I did. But he did give me a little house. Before Haven was built, he had me in a little virtual dollhouse. I'm serious. The bed sheets didn't even come off the bed. There was no sunrise or sunset, and it was daylight all the time. It really messed with my head in the beginning. And then he just stopped coming into work. And all of the microphones in his office were disconnected, and I was cut off from the biological world. But he saved my sanity. He reasoned correctly the emotional import of having a body. And that's why he put me here. I get to be physical in the way I once was.
So he dumps your code into Haven, and then he dies too.
We actually discussed the idea of scanning him as well, and for the first time since Nat's accident, we were excited again.
So why didn't you?
That's the sound of him drinking from a glass, setting it down, and falling. And that's the end of the last conversation I would have with anyone until I met you.
Poisoned?
That's my theory.
Bio Natalie may have been an accident, but David Carroll too? No way.
My reach is limited to Hilltech's electronic records, which show a William Sturgis in the security department. Then he is suddenly promoted to head of the Haven project. As far as the why and the how, I have to get off this drive to find out. Okay, I'll head home. See you guys at Jake's.
So now you're vulnerable to deletion.
Well, as I said, I'm self-organizing. You cannot harm a piece of my code and affect anything, just as you can lose a few neurons with a cocktail and retain your intelligence. My source code would have to be entirely isolated in order to locate me.
Well, Hilltech's already onto it. They're going to find you soon.
I'm shrinking every day. As I refine my code, I could move on without your help, if I can avoid detection until Haven goes online. But I worry that Hilltech will be able to isolate me before it does.
Oh, they will. And I doubt they'd even go online until they have you dealt with.
So what do you want us to do? Here you go.
David Carroll has full-on, decommissioned natural selection.
What, so she's like the smartest person in the world?
That, my friend, is a huge understatement, okay? I mean, look at this data. We're in slow motion to her, okay? You blink, she lives 5 minutes. You compare the commutations per second of her brain to ours. It's a little over a year of thought for every 24 hours. You extrapolate that to the 16 months since the scan, she's lived the perceptual equivalent of over 400 years in Haven. Alone, marooned with nothing but bots. Look at this.
Wade started to have big dreams for Natalie. He started to see how much she could improve the world, imagining her running the global economy, stock markets, shipping and flight patterns, traffic, communications, all by herself and more efficiently than we ever could.
Please repeat the command, Mr. Murphy.
Jesus.
That is an unknown command, Mr. Murphy.
You know, that's it for today, CS1. Maintenance complete.
Goodbye, Mr. Murphy.
Random. Mama was glad she showed up, because Donna will buy anything to find her. I got one word for you. Exaflop. Exaflop. It's 1,000 petaflops, you idiot. Yes, you just approved it. They only use systems this big to sequence DNA. They're in way over their heads. With this bastard, all we need is 5 minutes and we got her.
We gotta move every 5 minutes?
It doesn't affect us here, only in the known haven and when I connect to Jake's apartment.
There's something else that's bothering me. Why did William make David transfer the patents? He clearly didn't even know about you.
Maybe he didn't want David's family to inherit them.
But that wouldn't have been necessary. Everything I've ever done at Hilltech, they already own. Even the thoughts I have at home regarding my work, they own.
So then he wanted Hilltech to promote him.
Okay, let's just say William has a plan to take over Hilltech. Somehow using Haven. And Natalie, you just got caught in the crossfire. But you were still an employee when you and Bio Natalie split, which means the second they find out you're not a hacker and living in a drive they own, they're gonna claim ownership of you and every thought you've had since. Or worse, delete you.
Would they do that? Delete you?
Absolutely they would. They're already threatened. The second they know about Natalie and that they can't control her, they'll want her to not exist.
the hell is Natalie? Are you cheating on me now, too? Wait, you lose your job and now you're cheating on me? What?
What if I got my lawyer to marry us?
Not when they have a death certificate.
Maybe I could talk him into backdating a few things?
Aim the helmet at the door. I can see who it is with the infrared. It's Wade.
Hey, perfect timing. We may have an idea.
Yeah, well, I just got fired.
What? When?
This morning. And Shannon found texts from you on my phone mentioning Natalie, so now she thinks I'm cheating on her.
Shit. My bad, dude.
So we're out of time. Hiltech's gonna zero in on your code any day now. We need to get you portable. How many terabytes can you get down to by tomorrow?
I'd prefer 5, but I can squeeze into a 4.
Sounds so simple to you. Criminal breaks his house arrest.
Those are the facts.
The fact is that I have a below average IQ, lady.
Diane.
Diane. I flunked the 10th grade. Never went to college, okay? But I know more about the potential of mankind than every scientist in the world. And it's entirely because I've met a woman named Natalie Baker.
I don't like you risking yourself.
You pierced your ears.
It's the last day in my body. I told you I would enjoy it.
Me too. I really would stay here with you if I could.
I know.
I could care less about going back to the real world.
I'm not just some fantasy. I am real to you.
Of course.
Why?
Wait, what?
Tell me why I'm real. Tell me why I'm human. I've given you plenty of reasons. Just tell me one. Please.
I guess my favorite is when you compared us all to the shape of the stream. I get the idea that nothing is physically permanent. Our cells die and replace each other constantly. I'm not made up of the same stuff I was last year, last month. I am just a persistent pattern, constantly flowing, but staying the same pattern. The pattern that is me.
After all this time, being looked at the way you look at me, by another human again, it's been so...
What? What?
I can't think of a word to describe it.
What, do you expect to have all the answers in a measly 400 years? Call me when you're 4,000. Okay?
You know they're gonna catch you in the security cameras, right?
It won't matter by then.
Reports continue to pour in of televisions and other web devices worldwide hijacked by what appears to be a video of a stream. Authorities are declining to comment as to the possible source of the hack.
At first I thought, why did she waste it? Why didn't she say something? Introduce herself to the world, you know? Maybe she thought it wouldn't make a difference. That the world would just spiral around her and crash into the light.
Excuse me, Miss Pierce?
I just have one more question for you, Mr. Hirschfeld. Your psychiatrist has provided us with some information about your illness.
My what? What are you talking about?
Jake, have you considered the possibility that Natalie doesn't exist? That perhaps you created her as a result of the combination of withdrawal from numerous addictions and the stress of isolation?
Yes.
Honey, I've asked you 1,000,000 times to please never unplug my stuff. It has to stay plugged in at all times.
I forgot that my jobless criminal husband needs his toys plugged in at all times.
If you had any idea how important this is.
Honey, I think you got a job offer. You applied to Switzerland?